So let's start with the basics. What is LN Design's LN LODs Pro? It's a Blender plugin which allows you not only to calculate the actual vertex count and minimum required vertical screen space value, the value which you can't go below to avoid pop out of your models, but also to test and visualize those LOD transitions in real time. It allows you to streamline your workflow and drastically reduce your LOD's fine-tuning time, allowing you to test everything inside Blender even before compiling your assets in your Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 package. Okay, let's first open Blender and install the plugin. As you can see, since transition with this model I downloaded from Sketchfab are subtle, I added a simple cube as last LOD. It'll help you visualize how the plugin works and cuts, showing exactly how it retains bounding boxes based on collection's content. Now, let's go into Edit, Preferences, and navigate to the Add-ons tab in the left column. From there, look for the down arrow in the top right corner, right beside the search box, and select Install from Disk. Navigate to your download folder, where you save the add-on's zip file, select it, and confirm. This will install your plugin for this and all further sessions of Blender. I strongly recommend using a portable version for working on MSFS projects, and keeping your Blender settings available for the next update. Now, in order to use the plugin, we first need to make it calculate the LOD sizes of our collection. It might take some time if the collection has a big poly count. In my case, I wanted to test almost extreme values using a magnitude of millions. Once we have the results, we can set an implicit screen space margin to compensate little discrepancies in the calculations between Blender and the sim. Shouldn't be needed, but I always suggest at least 1 or 2% here. And then, if all goes nice in the sim, you can lower it in a second time. As you can see, the Show LODs Threshold section is empty. That's the section telling the viewer exactly when to change the LODs, more or less like your model's .xml file does with a sim. In order to populate it with the data we calculated before, we need to press on Refresh LOD Viewer List. This will send the calculated data to our threshold list, which we can then expand, and tweak data accordingly with slide boxes if needed. For ease of visualization, I'll increase the box's LOD size to 18%, but as a rule of thumb, that should and could load way before then. But again, this is just an example. You're in charge here, and the time you're going to save is a lot. Now let's press on Enter LODs Testing Mode. This will take a few seconds, since in order to do that and guarantee smooth transition even with heavy modifiers, it needs to pre-bake temporary models. Once inside, you can freely test your LODs and tweak values the way you like and see fit. You can enable or disable bounding spheres and screen space indication via checkboxes. You can notice from the outliner in the top right how the LOD collection is swapped automatically to allow you to see how and when the LOD swap happens, exactly like it would happen in the sim. It's instant thanks to our temporary model pre-baking, and it allows smooth experience, with a trade-off of a few seconds of wait upon start and stop of testing mode. And then, all you need to exit is press Escape or right mouse button. Then you're back in your viewport, ready for export or further edits. Now the export. In order for the export to work, you first need to set up the exporter to accommodate collections, like I do here in this clip. This button sends the raw, unedited data from the calculator straight to the exporter. No edits. But you can edit them if you feel like, straight in the Asobo Exporter window. This button here instead sends the tweaked data from your threshold list, so you can use tweaked values automatically without the need of sending them first and changing manually later. You can test the data in real time, and once satisfied, exit testing mode and send them tweaked right away. All you need doing after is exporting normally, but this time knowing that your LODs will be already optimized, even before you started the sim even once. As always, thank you for watching and being patient. I'm being in a period of change, and I lost 5 years of flight simulator work in one simple format. Pardon me if I am not as motivated and active as before. But trust me, I'm working on it. See you next time, captains. Fly safe and good blending.